Good morning, ma'am. I am Rahmat. My part is definitions which are covered under Ind AS 32. I will start one by one. So, following are the definitions which are covered under Ind AS 32. So, first one, financial instrument. So, what is financial instrument? A financial instrument is any contract that gives rise to a financial asset of one entity and a financial liability or equity instrument of another entity. So financial instrument is nothing but it is a contract which is usually arise between two parties. So for one party it creates a financial asset and for another party it creates a financial liability. So say for example, if A sold goods to B on credit basis, so for A, B becomes a debtor, that is financial asset, and for B, A becomes a creditor, that means financial liability. So this is all about the meaning of financial instrument. So in other words, we can say that a financial instrument is a monetary contract or it is an asset or a package of capital that we can trade or buy and sell it. For example, securities, bonds, loans, equity, option contract, swap, etc. Next one, meaning of financial asset. So when we come to the meaning of financial asset, it is divided into four parts. First one, cash. So as we already know about what is the meaning of cash. So cash is nothing but it is a cash in hand or the asset which is easily converted into cash within a shorter period of time. So it will be called as cash. So next one, equity instrument of another entity. So equity instrument of another entity is nothing but investment in equity. For example, if A holds shares in another entity, it is nothing but if A holds shares in B entity. It means he is going to be invest in another entity. So this is the meaning of equity instrument. Next one, meaning of contractual rights. So when we comes to the meaning of contractual right means to receive cash or financial asset from another entity. So I already given the example while explaining the financial instrument. That means A sold goods to B on credit basis. So for A, B becomes a debtor, that means financial asset. So for B, A become a creditor, that means financial liability. So and contractual right means to exchange financial asset or financial liability under conditions which are favorable to the entity. For example, if I enter to a contractual right, assume as A party. So A party sold goods to rupees 50,000. After some time, B party purchased the goods, but the goods price going to be increased to rupees 60,000. Then B party pay only rupees 50,000 because they are in contract. So this is favorable to the B party or this is favorable to the B entity. So this is the meaning of contractual rights. Next one, own equity. So when we comes to the meaning of own equity, it is further divided into two parts. First one, non-derivative. So non-derivative means to receive variable number of own equity. For example, if I enter to a contract with somebody and I will give rupees 10,000 to another person and I will tell to give own shares of my own company. So this is the meaning of non-derivative. And own equity as further again divided as derivative. So derivative means exchange other than fixed for fixed. It means exchange anything other than fixed. For example, if I enter to a contract and I will receive either maybe a cash or anything other than fixed. This is the meaning of own equity. Let's once again I will explain the meaning of financial asset. So financial asset is further divided into four parts. First one, cash or equity instrument of another entity and contractual rights to receive cash or financial asset from another entity, or contractual right means to exchange financial asset or financial liability under conditions which are favorable to the entity. And own equity means non-derivative to receive variable number of own equity, or a derivative to exchange anything other than fixed for fixed. This is the meaning of financial asset. Next one, move on to the meaning of financial liability. So if we understand the meaning of financial asset, so it is easy to understand the meaning of financial liability. So financial liability means any liability that is a contractual obligation. It is not about a contractual right, it is about a contractual obligation to deliver cash or financial asset to another entity, or to exchange financial asset or financial liability with another entity under conditions which are unfavorable to the entity. While in case of financial asset, the conditions which are favorable to the entity, but in case of financial liability, the conditions which are unfavorable to the entity, then it will be called as financial liability. And I given the example that A sold goods to B on credit. So for one party it become a financial asset, and for another party it become a financial liability. So this is the meaning of financial liability. And a financial liability means a contract that will or may be settled in the entity's own equity instrument, and it is further divided as a non-derivative for which the entity is deliver a variable number of equity instrument, or a derivative that will or may be settled other than by the exchange of fixed amount of cash or financial asset for a fixed number of entities' own equity instrument. This is all about the meaning of financial liability. Next one, meaning of equity instrument. So equity instrument means any contract that evidences a residual interest in the assets of an entity after deducting all of its liability. So after deducting all liabilities from asset, we will get the equity. So in simple terms, equity means which are not a liability, that means equity share capital, or in other words, equity means asset minus liability is equal to equity. So when we deduct all liability from asset, we get equity. So this is the meaning of equity instrument. Thank you, ma'am. Next part will be continued by Soumya.